Hello, welcome guys back to the News of Maverick channel. Maverick here with episode 10 of Kaguya-sama. So, in case you guys missed it, last episode I did a collaboration video with fellow reactor Mad Lad of Culture, so be sure to check out his channel to watch the video if you're wondering like where episode 9 is, right? But in any case, last episode we did enter into the sports festival event, right? That was certainly really fast. I was expecting a lot more stuff to happen in between, particularly with Ishigami joining the cheerleading team. Well, I guess you can't really say cheerleading team, but you guys know what I mean, right? And I thought we were going to have some training montages, if you will, as Ishigami struggles for all that. But apparently not. We are right into the event now. Last episode was still a bit more focused on Shirogane and Kaguya. It was hilarious as usual, especially with Shirogane's dad coming out and taking a look at his future daughter-in-law, if you will. But one thing that I am very, very intrigued by is actually Ishigami. We did get a little bit of a teaser of what's to come. The next few episodes are, or at least this episode in particular, are supposedly Ishigami focused. A lot of you guys have been looking forward to that as well. And to be honest, more than anything else, that's what I'm looking forward to the most as well. I want to see more of this dude. So with that being said, let's jump right into it. Alright, let's begin in 3, 2, 1, play. Oh. Yeah, because they are reverse dressed. Manji. They're doing the Manji post. Am I doing this right? Yeah, I think this is the Manji. Okay. Oh, closes his eyes, part 3. Want to turn back into a normie now? Ah, this is the girl from last episode, right? Mm-hmm. That's the, was that? Seriously, dude? Oh, so Ishigami's going to sub in for him? Really? Okay, I think this is before the events of last episode, right? Because in the last episode we saw him running towards the finish line. Sports clubs and cultural clubs competing against each other? How is that fair? In a sports event. Alright. Okay, so this is going back to middle school. What really happened between him and that girl and her boyfriend, right? Kyoko. Okay. Right. Yeah. Just defending her honor. I pretty much guessed as such. Last episode. Probably not. The excessive sense of justice. Is that how he's identifying with Miko? Yeah. Damn, he's certainly very... played right into his hands. Hey, he is of the theater club, right? Wow. Oh, she bought it hook, line, and sinker. It's like, you are the worst, Ishigami. This is certainly hard to watch. Alright, so who's gonna give him the cheer up? Yuki Shirogane. Isn't that gonna be... Nobody's gonna believe you, Ishigami. So judging by the title, this is how he met Shirogane, right? Okay, so it's actually talking about right now. At least do it for the student council. Oh, so it was Shirogane. Yeah. And he was already student president at that time. Wow. Totally agree. He did the right thing. Right? Like, absolutely he did. Well, okay, right is a little bit subjective here. But there's definitely better ways to handle it. As he said. But yeah, even still. But I mean, he was already way behind him in the first place. I had a feeling that would happen, actually. They're gonna be like, wow, super cool, man. Is this like... Is this like Fujiwara number 2? This is like Fujiwara number 2. Oh, he's finally seeing their faces for the first time. I like that. That was a nice transit. That was a very clever use of all this. Machi! Wait, so does her friends know? Ooh. I wonder how they actually found that out, though. Well, in any case, he's moving forward, right? Alright, see you guys after this. Whoops. Okay, first of all, guys, I'm sorry, I kind of forgot to change the episode number up there. So, it is actually episode 11, and I don't really think I can fix it in post, so just bear with it. Anyways, you're watching the right episode. But anyways, back to the main episode at hand. We finally learn the reason for Ishigami's ostracization from normal life, right? Normal school life. I gotta say it wasn't too unexpected though. Last episode I already mentioned, just looking at the situation, looking at the few flashback scenes, it just screamed to me that it was a case where Ishigami basically did something to uphold the girl's honor, but the girl decided to side with her boyfriend, yada yada yada, and it's pretty much as what happened here, right? Although the circumstances were a little bit more extreme than I originally anticipated. But still, I gotta say, I don't really want to say too much about the entire situation. I think Shirogane already said it best, right? He already said everything I want to say, which is that there are infinitely more better and smarter ways to go about this, in particular to how Ishigami handled the situation. Yet, having said that, you know, his heart is in the right place, so could you really blame him, right? I'm sure that most of us were cheering along with Ishigami when he finally punched that douchebag, even though at the same time, to me, I was like, no, Ishigami, why are you doing this? You're falling right into his trap. No, I don't get me wrong. I definitely felt satisfaction when he right to the face, right? But still, you never want to see characters you like fall into such obvious traps here. Not only that, but see, the funny thing here is that even though it turned out, this entire situation turned out to be very bad for Ishigami, right? Like, his reputation was ruined, he was suspended from school, he almost didn't get into high school, but, I have to say, it actually could be worse, right? So, say for instance, that douchebag, right? I literally don't remember his name, I don't care, what if instead he actually wanted to get revenge on Ishigami, right? I've read a fair bit of let's say revenge works, if you will, or works that a little bit more darker and such. So if it was really that kind of anime or that kind of work, I could easily see the douchebag being like, how dare you punch me, how dare you ruin my beautiful face, and I want to get revenge on Ishigami. And so he's gonna release the porn video anyways, right? The porno that he shot with the girl Otomo, and instead frame Ishigami for this, right? Like, can you guys imagine a situation where, say for instance, he just releases the video and then says, oh no, Ishigami, that scum, he actually wanted to get revenge because he was suspended from the school, and so he somehow got into my phone and snuck out these videos, right? Those are some very private and special things that I had with my girlfriend. How dare he spread them out? Like, what if this kind of situation happened? So it really could have turned out to be even worse throughout all this, right? So I'm just saying that I'm not just even saying that it's dumb to do this kind of confrontation, just on purely by what happened here, but it could have even turned out to be even worse and really have even bigger repercussions, and even at the same time still making Ishigami fail at what he wanted to do in the first place, which is trying to protect the girl Otomo, right? So. But anyways, he's definitely damn lucky that there was someone like Shirogane in the high school with already being the student council president, having the authority and the power to investigate this kind of situation. I'm actually quite curious what prompted the investigation. Like, did this case kind of stand out to Shirogane or whatnot? Because they don't seem to have met each other before, and I don't see any particular reason why Shirogane would be investigating this situation, considering that Ishigami isn't even really a student of the high school either. So, I don't know. Maybe that'll come later, maybe not. It is kind of puzzling to me in that regard. But, no, at the very least, we do understand now why Ishigami feels like he's so indebted to Shirogane, because he quite literally saved his life, right? And I'm not joking here. I mean it in a literal sense. With Ishigami in that kind of situation, if you have a more pessimistic look on things, he could spiral into depression. He could not, maybe he never gets into high school, whatnot, and with this vicious cycle of depression and whatnot, it is possible that eventually he's gonna be like, right? So yeah, you never know. But I think more so than what happened in the past, though, I do want to specifically point out two things from the resolution here. In this episode that I find pretty brilliant. So number one is that little subtle step back from Shirogane and Fujiwara, and also holding Miko back as well at the very end of the relay race, right? So even though, sure, they're his homies and whatnot, and they are going to always support him and whatnot, it's not their time. It's really not their time. Even though he is part of the student council team, right now, his closest team, the ones who should be beside him, are his current cheerleading teammates, right? And so I love that they actually had the sense to stay out of the picture and allow them to come in instead. Now that is the most appropriate for the situation, and really, it not only is it much more appropriate for them to be the ones cheering him on and encouraging him, but it's also having the effect of helping Ishigami really step back out into the normal world as well, right? He's, even though you could always say that he has these student council friends to fall back on, we want him to actually have a healthy school life as well, right? So expanding his own social circles and whatnot, that's a good thing. They could have easily made it a case where, yeah, I don't care about this world. I have these good friends beside me. What more can I ask of school life, right? But still, that's not entirely healthy, right? So actually pushing him along towards this kind of situation, I do find that to be a very good decision that the work has made here. So good on them. And the second thing, it probably might surprise a little bit, some people, and that is what actually happened to the girl Otomo, right? Now, I'm sure that there's probably going to be many people who are like, hey, how can the situation be so unfair? She's still insulting Ishigami, and she's a dumbass, she doesn't know anything, yada 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 yada, right? And those are all true. I would definitely feel very satisfied if Otomo actually got a rude awakening as well. But thinking about it a little bit more, uh, you could you can even say that she is a victim of this entire situation as well, right? Because don't forget, she still to this day is believing that her boyfriend was innocent, even though he has already cheated on her and he even has, compromising videos of her, if you will. So in every case, you could also consider Otomo to be the victim here. Don't forget that she is just going up against Ishigami because she's misunderstanding this entire situation. And can you really fault her for not understanding this, right? If nobody ever actually told her what was going on, if she never actually found out what was going on, how can you put the blame on her, right? She never really did anything wrong in this situation. Like, are you I don't think people should be expecting her to stand up for Ishigami back back in the confrontation scene, right? Like, who are you going to believe? Your boyfriend, who should be much closer to you, or just your classmate who you sometimes speak a few words with, right? So yeah, I really think that she is as much a victim here, and I do feel like the anime also made, or the manga, the work made a correct decision in this kind of resolution, because no, we can clearly see that she's more on the dense side. I think her friends, her two good friends, probably recognize this situation as well. You can see them being kind of exasperated at the end there as well. So I already don't put the blame on her, but not only that, I feel like at the very end here, Ishigami still got everything that he wanted, right? Sure, he went through hell and all, but still, if you boil it down, what did he want to do, right? As Kaguya said, he wanted to protect her smile. He wanted to protect her innocent smile. That's a check. She's still blissfully unaware of everything. She still has that wonderful smile to her, right? She's still innocent, if you will. In that sort of aspect anyways. And number two, don't forget that throughout it all, Ishigami has very explicitly said that he was not romantically interested in Otomo in any sort of way. That's not what he wants. It's mainly his sense of justice that's not allowing him to overlook this situation, right? He doesn't particularly want to be friends with her. He doesn't particularly want to be lovers with her. He really doesn't want to have anything to do with her, with or without this situation, right? So, since she already doesn't matter to Ishigami, it literally doesn't matter what she thinks. You guys get what I mean? Ishigami, he has already walked out of this situation. He's heading up to his new life as well. That is what he truly wants, right? So, it doesn't really matter in the end what Otomo thinks of him. So I do find that kind of brilliant in a way that that is how the manga came to this, and the anime came to this conclusion, and I gotta give it kudos. I do feel like this is the appropriate ending to all of this. So, there we go. That's it for Kaguya-sama, episode 11. Just a quick heads up, guys. Next week's episode is going to be a bit delayed. Unfortunately, I am going to be out of town. I'm visiting my parents because it is going to be the holidays here. And I can't record whilst on the road, so you guys are just gonna have to bear with it and be a little bit patient. I'll try to get it out as soon as I can. Once I get back, it'll probably be delayed 1 or 2 days. So, in any case, I will be getting it out. Don't worry, guys, I'm not going anywhere. So, just be patient, and, well, I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Bye-bye.